Okay, we're live.
Okay. It's my fault. It was my fault. That was my fault.
It's all right. 4 minutes late. That's fine. That's
We had a technical situation here in mission control.
it's all right. Well, we're here, and good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever everyone is. We got John from Talkng Story.
What's up? I've been looking forward to this all day, man.
I've been looking forward to this all month.
You took some time with this one. We were going to talk about this
I
one,
know.
and then dude, you took some time.
It's
But
well,
now
yeah.
it's your favorite book of all time.
And what book is that? No one knows. It's Lonesome Dove.
I think everyone knows. Yeah, we
I
all
know.
watch your videos, Thomas. Everyone knows.
Yeah, yeah, I took my sweet time with it, and then you were just like, "Hey, I'm halfway through it," and it was like, I don't know, a week into December, and I was like, I couldn't catch up to you.
Yeah. I mean, I probably read it too fast. I stuck with my normal kind of 100 pages a day
Yeah,
pace on it, and I could have spent so much more time with those
I know.
guys. And I definitely think I might end the year with Streets of Laredo because I just miss those guys, man.
Wow. Okay.
And I think part of it was the speed I
Yeah,
went through it and just took it all in. And I think you might have had the right pace. You might have had the right thing because I don't know if you miss the guys like I do at this point, but I'm thinking like I might have to end my year, go right back to
I
those.
I miss I miss it all, but I get to think about it, and yeah. If you're just joining, we're talking about Lonesome Dove. Uh, you spent a few weeks to read it in December, and I spent 5 months. Finally
Yeah.
finished it, early March. And I'm thankful I took my time with it just because I think that kind of book, the way it was paced, the way it was presented, it it kind of dictated that kind of reading pace.
I completely agree. The pace, like that book won't be rushed. Just
Yeah,
like those characters won't be, like they're going to do what they do and there's nothing you can do to speed them up or rush them. They know who they are. They're comfortable in their
pursuit of
own skin.
justice. Yeah,
Just the way that book is. Like it knows what it's doing and it's not going to be rushed. So,
I
I
know.
love it.
It's beautiful. Let me just catch up with the chat. Hello, Thomas. Love your channel. Thank you, John. Uh, love you both. Thomas is in Talking Story
Oh,
Stories
so
channel.
nice.
My faves. Looking forward to this live. I love it. I'm happy. Happy Friday, guys. Yeah, goodness. How's it Friday already?
Oh, man.
What?
How's a quarter of the year
I
gone
don't want to
already?
hear it.
That's insane, right?
We're eight
Crazy.
months away from Christmas.
Dude, just wait. If you're like this now, Thomas, wait till you hit the old man
Uh,
years like I have. It's like everything is so fast. Everything's so accelerated. Like it's just scary
yeah.
fast.
Oh, 200 pages in, and I'm loving it so far. The fact
Oh,
that
there we go.
there's
There we
200
go.
pages in and you love it, that's great because I feel
Yeah.
like if people don't know what they're getting themselves into with this type of classic, they may feel it's what 200 pages have gone by and nothing's going on. But
Yeah.
we're
But in
keeping
the
it
same
spoiler
time,
free here, so
tell me if you feel like this, Tom, the way I did. It's like those moments where nothing's happening, right? That's when it's all happening.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
that's it. Like
yeah,
the pace is purposeful and it won't be rushed. And it's like it's the way life is, man.
exactly.
You're not in control. You're not going to make it fast. It's going to be
Yeah,
too fast in moments of tragedy, and you're going to sit with yourself when you maybe aren't comfortable and don't want to. Um, but it's in those quiet. It's just those quiet moments on the trail drive when the Irish guys would sing at night, or
yeah.
just like these kind of moments are just like that. Just sticks with me. It just haunts me.
Augustus waking up early to watch the sunrise
Yep.
and reading his Bible, making biscuits. I I love it. And
Yeah.
I felt like these characters were so real. I mean, like the most realistic characters I've ever read.
Yeah.
Um, I feel like there's so much to learn from this book than any nonfiction self-help book,
Yeah.
because these
Yeah.
characters are just so grounded. They feel like they lived in this historical era of the West.
Do you know people like this in your family? Like, did it hit in that way?
I know, knowing you, I know it would hit you with how you feel about,
Yeah.
your dad.
Yeah. And that's why the people felt so real to me. It's
Yeah.
like, holy cow! Like this guy, this guy was raised me. That's how real it was. Like it was, and I felt like I understood him more for spending my time with Augustus and Call. You know.
It's tough. Yeah, I don't think, because I grew up with a single mom, so
Mm-hmm.
I didn't grow up with, your typical masculinity of a father.
Yeah,
Um,
I did too. I mean, my father left. I think it was 6, 7, somewhere in there.
yeah, but I don't know. I don't recall seeing a figure like that.
Mm.
Although I did have a live stream with Two to Ramble, Austin and Richard,
I
and they
watched some of it. Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, they asked, like what character do you feel like you kind of are? And I
Yeah.
feel like I'm a little mixed between Augustus and Call, because I feel like after marriage, I've kind of hardened a bit in a sense of responsibility and weight.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So like a little bit of Call, and like I'm much more of a, I just want to work. If I can get it done, let's just get it done now.
Right.
And then Augustus, where I can talk your ear off about
Sure.
books, and I'm not an argumentative person,
Yeah.
but I do have my opinions,
Of
and
course.
I don't know. I feel like I'm a mix of both.
Yeah.
What about you?
You know what? I'm probably, I feel like my dad was a mix of the two because Augustus does have that streak of honor and responsibility, right? Like
Yeah,
it's almost like a look at the father figure, the patriarchal figure in two examples.
yeah,
And I think we each have bits and pieces, as we try to put things together. And try and find our own way. Like you get married, you're building a family, you have things you want to do with your life, and you
yeah,
have things you want to stand for, right? Like I have lines I know I don't want to cross, or lines I know I want to get across, and those responsibilities to be who you are at the end of it, to be on your own terms and be comfortable in your own skin. I think those are just two examples of how to do that. And Call's a bit of a cautionary tale because he goes to the extreme
yeah.
in that way.
And he handles it with just putting his head down and working rather than confronting things.
Right.
Trying to be spoiler free as possible, but you and I both know.
We both know, like, there are
Incredible.
moments that he should stop and try
Yeah,
to enjoy that emotional maturity as much as the maturity of just being a leader and responsible. And it's some of the emotional stuff that he lets slip. And whereas Augustus seems to be a bit more the flip side of the coin, he may not get all of his chores done, but
but he's a bad A. He is
yeah,
he knows how to do it when it comes time to, and it's
yeah.
incredible. My sister just finished it, and
Oh wow, what'd she think? What did she think?
she's read so many books, so
Yeah,
many, and she said only 4 books have made her cry. This was one of them. And then she
yeah.
also said this is the greatest piece of literature she's ever read. And I'm like, yeah, I
So
agree.
so you and her are right there together.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what I gotta know, man. I've been dying to ask this. So after you finish this, it's like something to replace Name of the Wind for you, to replace like this for me. I hold this on. I put this on the mantle.
Oh yeah.
Like the way the words come together, the way it impacts me intellectually and emotionally. Like, and I'm gonna have to scoot it over and put Lonesome Dove up there. And after that, after doing that, after taking that journey, like, why did you decide to do the Dark Tower? Like,
I
that's
think yeah, for those of you who don't know, I'm diving into the Dark Tower. and for so many years not doing like a series.
Yeah.
I think it's been almost about a little over a year now since I've really wanted to fully dive into a series. And I mean, I've always said Stephen King is like my palate cleanser author
Mm-hmm.
because the way he writes, it's so easy, but not
Yes.
juvenile. It's just it just flows off the tongue, and
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like I don't have to use my brain a lot. Like, and I don't know how to say it. Where
I
I don't
think
feel I'm not
go
putting a
ahead.
lot of weight on his
Mm-hmm.
books. When I approach
Okay.
Lonesome Dove, I put
Mm-hmm.
weight on that where I would read a chapter and I'd put it down and I'd
Yeah.
really think about what I read.
Sure.
Stephen King, I'm going to read 15 chapters in a sitting
Mm-hmm.
because he's that kind of author. So I just want it's kind of a vacation from
Okay.
deep emotional reading. And I'm excited to be surprised and get emotional. Um, but that's why I chose that. And it took me a
Yeah.
while to choose it because there were 3 weeks
Yeah.
where I was just like, what do I read? What
You're right.
just read
The
one of
ha-
my most favorite book of all time.
the hangover's real, right? Like you
Yeah.
I mean, it's so hard after that. Yeah. Yeah. I get that. I think Stephen King is such a great author for me. And it's like, even, I mean, obviously Lonesome Dove happens here in America, but it's a different time and place so much. And for me, Stephen King reflects modern life in this country and who we are and what we struggle with and how we talk and how we move about the world. Like, it's so comfortable in its familiarity because I I get that. Like, I walk
Yeah.
out my door and I experience that all the time.
Yeah.
But Gunslinger's a little bit different. It's somewhat, he
Have you
takes you
read
to
it?
different places. Oh yeah, it's one of my
Yeah.
favorite series all time. Yeah,
So
definitely.
you've read Dark Tower?
Yes,
Oh, cool.
I was reading it when they came out. Like, I was one of those
See,
people.
I even yeah, I've never had that fascination with reading a series as it's being written. I don't think I'll ever really experience that aside from, I mean, I guess Name of the Wind, but
Yeah,
it's I'm kind of happy. I kind of never want to dive into a series unless I
can do it.
maybe because I'm also on the other coin where I feel like a series doesn't need to be finished for it to still be worth it. It's always
Sure.
going to be
Yeah.
worth it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll never have that wait, that waiting period, especially a Dark Tower series.
Oh yeah,
What was
it
that
was.
like?
Oh, years, like years and years and years, right? Between some
Yeah.
of those books. And you started to wonder, like, well, he's moved on. I don't know if he's going to come back and do this. I don't know if he's going to come back and finish. Like, he's got, he's moved on. He
Yeah.
wants to explore other things as an artist, whatever. Like, Stephen King was one of the people in junior high for me that like made me a reader, like made me the person from that point to this point that I could always tell you what book I'm working on right now, because there was never a time in my life from that moment to now that I haven't been working on a book. And he was one of those authors that made me that person, right?
Love it.
So I didn't care. Like, whatever this guy wants to do or explore as an artist, I'll probably pick it up. Like, if he never comes back and finishes it, like you say, what he did do, what he explored, what he challenged himself with is still worthy. And if he never finishes it, but then when he would come back around, especially in the later books, like when you're getting to like Wizard and Glass and on, like you're getting stuff, it's like, oh my gosh, he's coming back to this in such a different phase of his artistic life and just life, right? That I'm interested to see you go through the thing as a whole now, because it's such a journey with him
Yeah.
as a storyteller,
Yeah.
and not just the journey of the story he's telling.
That's always a fun thing to consider whenever you're reading something or reading a
Yeah.
series or just books from an author. Like, consider, hey, this is their very first book, or
Right.
hey, he had an accident after this.
Right. What does he think about mortality now when he almost thought he didn't come back? What did he think about addiction here when he really fought those demons? What did he think about as an artist starting to see your window close? How many more stories can I get out? How much time do
Yeah.
I have? I have less time than I did. Still have things to say, or do I have things to say that are relevant at this age? My family, where that's becoming a father when I wasn't on these first books, like all of that kind of stuff resonates through the series as Roland puts together his quartet and his family, and he starts to understand himself through the definition of the people around him and not
Mhm.
just himself and his own quest,
And
you
that'll be
know?
fun.
So it's so much fun to look at that way. So it was interesting to me, like even when books come out, it's like, oh wow, this is a very different
That's
Stephen King.
also why I'm excited about diving into the Dark Tower. We'll get to the chat in just a second. I'm so sorry, everyone.
Oh yeah,
The Dark Tower, everything feels different and flavorful.
yeah.
It's a new
Mm-hmm.
flavor. It's not just
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
14 books of Wheel of Time and I'm just stuck in the same world, same characters. That can become a gargantuan task. But this feels attainable. Especially I'm going to do the extended reading order.
Oh, so you're
But
really going into
but
it.
not fully. I've due to thanks to a few YouTubers, I've kind of locked in I think like 12 books, 3 of
Yeah,
which are short stories, and
sure. Like
this I'm
Hearts in
already,
Atlantis.
almost
Yeah,
halfway through. It'll be easy.
yeah, yeah.
And and King is just an easy read. I read The Shining last week.
And what'd you
I
think?
I liked it. I filmed my review of it. I was trying to get it out today, but life, so I'll get it
Yeah.
out Monday. But
Have you watched the movie? You have
I
to have watched the movie.
have,
Okay.
and I
I was gonna
think
say you're a visual artist. You have to have watched Kubrick's flick. So.
yes, but I want to watch it again now because
Mm-hmm.
I watched it years ago. The movie just, I know they're two different things, and I think the movie spoiled what I was to expect in the book, so I
Mm.
wasn't as surprised as I thought I would be.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I knew what majority of what was going to potentially happen.
Mm-hmm.
King foreshadows beautifully, but also he can foreshadow a bit too much to the point where, okay, I know something's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas in this book, he's ambiguous and he's Cormac McCarthy.
But,
I don't know what's happening, and then I'm
Yeah.
actually surprised and I'm actually scared. Whereas The Shining, I enjoyed it greatly.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was talking to my uncle about this last night. He's reading The Shining too. Again, we'll get to the chat in just a second. I promise. I'm so sorry.
I'll shut up. I promise.
No, it's all right. I was telling him that I feel like a lot of King's books are kind of lumped into one group.
Mm-hmm.
Pet Sematary, Salem's Lot, The Shining, Carrie. They're all just good and fun.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nothing really stands out to me. But they're all just great, enjoyable fun. And then you got Misery, for me, is just like, that's, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's it for me.
Yeah. I bet you would love Different Seasons, all 4 of those novellas that are in there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
If you like Misery, you would love Different Seasons. Yeah. I would highly recommend those for you.
Okay, here we go. Real quick. Monica, skipping a lot of people. I know. I'm sorry. Monica, John, what's your favorite King?
My number one favorite is The Stand. I love The Stand.
Oh, that's I'm so excited because we talk about me being the slowest reader ever. I'm doing Gunslinger, then The Drawing of Three, then The Stand.
That will take you some time. Well, King, like you say, is a fast read.
I think it'll take me some time, but it's not going to take me 5 months. I guarantee it.
Yeah. Oh no, it's not that kind of. Yeah. It's not that kind of thing. But yeah. I know it's got its problems, and I know people go, "Oh my gosh, it's bloated," and I'm not going to argue any of those things. But when I read that, when it came out, and I read that, I had to have been in high school. Just the epic biblical proportions of that battle of light and dark in this post-apocalyptic world I just loved it. It was just I ate it like candy. It was like peanut M&Ms for me. Loved it.
I've just been like craving this post-apocalyptic vibe.
Yeah.
And again, I was thinking, Robert McCammon,
Swan Song,
but I feel like I should read The Stand first because those books are compared so much that I don't want potentially Robert McCammon. I don't want his writing to, I don't know, ruin my enjoyment of The Stand with comparing them, because I know McCammon can write like no other.
Because you read Boy's Life.
Because I read Boy's Life.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so that's a special one for me. Like, that's a very special book for me.
Okay,
Yes,
without any spoilers.
11/22/63 does make my top 10 list.
Yes, I can't wait to read that. But without any spoilers, what's your favorite Dark Tower book?
Wizard in Glass.
Okay, cool. Everyone says that. All right, we're gonna just rip through. Oh, I love that. Beautiful.
There it is, right there.
Beautiful. I got the giant orange one from Target.
That counts. Same words.
But I like that. I like that more than the other blue paperback that they had. Okay, so this is 20. This is a while ago. This is 16 minutes ago.
Okay.
Since the topic has been brought up, what do you guys do besides reading to help slow down time?
Oh, that's a great question. You go first.
Not always having a podcast in my ears, not having music and noise in my ears. That's been a shift since being married. My wife and I were talking about that the other night, how we just don't do that anymore. Our car rides are quiet.
Really?
We just like to talk or just sit in silence, because it's such a loud world. And I used to always have a podcast or a YouTube video on. And I do my dishes quietly, or at least with gentle piano. But
so that's very nice.
That's the big thing that's helped.
Yeah, I will take a car ride sometimes. It's like I'm now that Jacob lives 2 hours away. If I'm going to see him, right? Like, that's a 2 hour. And the past couple times, I've just, you know what? I'm going to crack my window. It's a nice day, and I'm just going to sit with my thoughts as I'm not going to put on a podcast or something like you. So I do that. I've just, talking about going to see him, he handed me the PS5 back that we passed back and forth. So I've started playing some games again for the first time in, like, I'm going to say 3-4 years.
Beautiful. Okay, let's talk about it.
And I don't know if it makes time slow down, because, you know, time, it could just, I've been here 2 hours. That's nuts. That's crazy, you know. But I do enjoy that type of medium to tell a narrative story that's interactive like that. And I think the art style has come so far, and I really enjoy it. I really enjoy that. I love reading, and I've loved playing games, and I love there's a few shows that I have to catch every week that are really special.
Beautiful. Oh, Roach the Human, Rex and Rocco sequel when? This is one of my old friends from college.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for the $5, dude. I'll buy a Fortnite skin with it. We play Fortnite every now and then, and we made a short film together long ago. And
you need a sequel.
Yeah, he wants to make a sequel. But let's play Fortnite, dude, soon. All right, I'm trying to catch up here. Okay, Gus and Call. Friendship, that's what hooked me.
Yeah.
I think, what was the moment that hooked you in Lonesome Dove?
It was very early. It's when they're talking about the sign at the ranch.
Oh, beautiful. Mine was, I think, Gus getting up sunrise.
Yeah. And getting up sunrise, making the biscuits, finding the jug.
Happy Friday, 12:30 a.m. in the UK. Wow, thank you for being here.
Amazing.
Grab some tea and join us. Because of you two, your praise for Lonesome Dove, I went out and purchased it. It's on my shelf. Finishing up Iron Gold, and then I can't wait to start. Oh, I can't wait. Please comment on both our videos and just let us know what you think of it.
Yes, I gotta know. I have to know. Like,
hello, you two.
This movie, this book was so special to me. And I know you've been putting off watching the miniseries with your father-in-law.
Yes.
And I will say, it's beautiful. It's really well done. It's really good.
Yeah.
It's really good. And my father wanted me to watch it with him so badly, and I never did. If I could go back in time and have that opportunity back, don't wait too long.
Oh yeah, and I've been pushing off with him Dances with Wolves. He's a big
Oh, that's another
he's a
great
big
one.
Western guy,
Hey,
and
sounds like my dad.
I
Yes.
know. And he's just super quiet, and he works with his hands. The most he's the most hardworking guy I've seen. Perfectionist. He's a blacksmith,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
dude
really?
can create anything. Dude can fix anything, and he's just quiet. And then he, whether your love language is gift giving or not. So if you want gifts or not,
Mm-hmm.
if he hears that you say something just offhand, he'll go out
Mm-hmm.
and buy it for you. He'll just say, "Oh, hey, I heard you like Magic the Gathering. Here's some cards." Or, "Hey, I heard you like chess. I made you a chessboard." Like he's incredible. And then
He's
speaking
a
of
special
Lonesome
guy.
Dove, he just got back from work before this stream, and he's like, they said they didn't have it in stock, so they refunded me. So I think we're gonna try to go to a local store and try to hunt down a hard copy of Lonesome Dove, the show.
Dude,
Um,
it's so good. I have to tell you,
yeah,
Robert Duvall and
I
Tommy Lee
think those
Jones.
are. I agree.
I know the movie runs in your head. I know you're a visual artist yourself, so you probably saw so much of this while you were reading it. But those two guys turn in performances that they're just going to like seep in and be synonymous with those characters.
Isn't that incredible?
They're
How
so good. Yeah.
that doesn't happen often. Like
No.
look at I feel because I didn't grow up watching or reading Harry Potter, but I felt like the movies just captured the visual aspect of Harry Potter perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of some other like films, like
I mean,
adaptations.
visibly, The Shining captured some things
Oh yes,
perfectly,
The Shining.
but it's a bad adaptation. It's so
It
I
is.
think I think
It is.
for as far out there that
Yeah.
Stephen King will take you into uncomfortable territory. I think at his heart, in his soul, he's an optimist because there's always a little bit of hope.
There's
There's
too much
always
hope. I want that Cormac McCarthy feeling
so
where
yeah,
I want hopelessness,
and
which is
Kubrick is
crazy,
not
right?
that.
Yeah.
Kubrick is not that. So it's like it didn't gel as far as an adaptation goes, but
Yeah.
visually it's
Okay,
astounding.
I need to I am famously known for being 20 minutes behind in the chat. So, started reading The Gunslinger with you last night, 130 pages in. I don't know how I feel about it yet, but I've been looking forward to reading The Stand for months, so I'm planning on sticking with it. Stick with it. Promise you it'll make it. It'll be worth it. But
The
I do
gun
think The
yeah.
Gunslinger might be one of my favorite King books because
Oh
it's
really?
ambiguous,
Yeah.
because it's weird, and it actually makes me feel icky. And
Yeah.
I want to feel icky when I read King because
Yeah.
everyone throws that on him. He's the horror guy. I
Mm-hmm.
want to feel scared. So
Mm-hmm.
this phenomenal.
Yeah. I with the gunslinger, it gets so. I think with the gunslinger, he was stretching himself. He was trying to do something different. He was trying to do something sprawling and epic,
Yeah.
and it's territory that he wasn't familiar with, and it's tools he was trying to sharpen, and they get sharper as he goes along. Once you hit drawing of the three, I think you really start to see the worlds within worlds and where all the tendrils are going to start to
I can't
go.
wait. I can't
Yeah.
wait. I read all the Pretty Horses. Still need to work on Lonesome Dove. Probably going to finish the Border trilogy first.
All the pretty horses was
Yeah,
another one that was
it's
like,
top 10 for me all time.
yeah, like wow.
I've
That's
never felt like that after a book. It's oof.
and I love where the crossing over of themes with those two books go about how civilization and the world shrinking as we tame it.
Yes, it's
And
yeah.
where do you go? Where are opportunities? How do you see the wild that for Gus and Call that one last time? How do you challenge yourself in that way? And uh, for the young man in Lonesome, in not
Grady
Lonesome,
Cole.
Grady in All the Pretty Horses, where's my future? Where are my mountains left to climb? So you have to go find them.
I can't wait to
Really,
read the Border trilogy. I think that's why I'm doing the Dark Tower, because I don't want to necessarily leave westerns,
Yeah.
But also, I've taken such a long break from fantasy that I think this is a nice foot in
Mhm.
each door.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely.
Because I want to save the Border trilogy and even the sequels and prequels to Lonesome Dove. Just
Way
throw
down
'em
the road.
way down
Way
the road.
down.
Lonesome
Okay.
Dove is like the only book I need to read, and then I think the next big one, like big emotional thing, is going to be Stoner
Oh, I did that. I
and
read that.
The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt. I think those are the two ones, and then maybe East of Eden.
Mm.
I think those are like kind of bubbling up in my mind that I'm like I could see myself reading those this year, even though we're 4 months into the year.
Oh my gosh,
Halfway
I had
halfway
such
through the
huge
year,
stacks of what I
yeah.
want to get to, and it's like I'm not doing well. Like I am not getting through these stacks because
But
I
that's
get
the beauty
pulled.
of it. We don't need to go through
Exactly.
stacks. You know me.
I know.
I
I need to
haven't picked up this book in 3 days.
Okay, here's my I'm look, this is me channeling you. This is me
Okay.
channeling Thomas. I feel the same way. Like I never set myself up for oh, this is how many books I want to like I never
Yeah.
attach a number to it. You know, like story is a part of my life, and however many come in is however many come in. I
Love that.
know I'm going to be entirely searching for them. I don't put a number on them or anything like that, but it's like you get FOMO here on Booktube, and you
Oh yeah.
stack up everything you want. Oh, this year will be this and this and this and this, and it's like 3 months in, you look over and it's like, well, I'm not doing very good on that stack I put together.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was 3 months into the year, and I think I posted a handful of videos, like reading the same book. I'm like, well, but I never felt that pressure because
No, that's
I knew
beautiful.
what I had in my hands with Lonesome Dove, that I could only read that book for the first time once, and I was
Yeah.
not gonna ruin it for
I
myself.
think that's why people love your channel. That's why people are here because they get to go through it with you.
I
And
love that.
you realize that,
I love that.
like how lucky, how special, how privileged to get to do that with people.
It's a grace gift. And right here, halfway through The Shining, started Curse of Mist Wraith. Looking forward to the Gunslinger. Well, and you're joining in the Gunslinger. That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
That's gonna be awesome. Had a bad time at work. This is a welcome reprieve. Sorry about
Lovely.
work, man, but I'm so happy you can be here and hang
Yeah.
out with us.
There are days, man. Everyone has
Yeah,
days.
it's been a whirlwind over here, with life, but we're one day at a time is all you can do. What's up, Alex?
Absolutely.
Have you read East of Eden? Well, no,
I
not
have
yet.
not. I have not.
You haven't either. That'll be
I
fun.
have not. The only Steinbeck I've read is Cannery Row. And I liked it a lot. I liked it a lot.
Okay, they're having a little conversation here. We're just going to be kind of posting their conversation right here. We're still 10 minutes behind in the chat, everyone. I'm so sorry. I think East of Eden is Steinbeck's true masterpiece. I can't wait. I want Denis Villeneuve to make a...
To do East of Eden?
Yeah, I want him to do it. No one else. And I haven't even read it yet, but it just feels the theme
Mm-hmm.
and what I feel like it's about, or at least the back of the book, it just feels like a Denis Villeneuve kind of film.
I mean, who would say no? If he wants to do it, I'll buy a ticket.
He wouldn't do it. I've got The Dark Tower and Lonesome Dove on my TBR. What do you recommend I start first? Oh, well, if you're still here, I hope you are. I'm gonna say Lonesome Dove.
Yeah, I would say Lonesome Dove.
That's because it's my favorite book of all time. But take your sweet time with it. If you are able to read it physically, please read it physically. Follow the words, follow the pace, the sentence structure. Be able to put it down and take a break from it. Please.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Take your time with it.
Let it get under your skin.
Exactly. Currently on
nice
Paradiso of Divine Comedy by Dante. Never heard of it. And I need to read more Stephen King before I start Dark Tower. I want to know all the references. Yeah. I think you don't need the references if you just read it in the extended reading order I'm doing, because they're all connected that way. So just start with the Gunslinger, go into the Drawing of Three, and then the Stand.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's like a good start.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sup, y'all? Oh, I love Jedi. Jedi is, and I hope he's still here. Just finished the Last Picture Show by Larry McMurtry, and I've never felt so conflicted for a 5-star read. His character work is top notch. Such a banger.
I have that one right over there, and I do want to get to it, but I'm telling you, man, Streets of Laredo's calling me. I really think it's
See,
calling
the
me.
thing is, and the sequels and prequels are not calling me because I want Lonesome Dove to feel like a standalone book,
Yeah.
and I want the beginnings and ends of those characters to be kind of left off into the aether, where I don't
Yeah.
want to know yet. I want to be able to
Mm-hmm.
chew on it for a few more years
Mm.
before I dive in. I know they're going to be
Mm-hmm.
great, but
Yeah.
I mean, Lonesome Dove is one of the best books ever. It's a perfect
It
book,
it
in
is
my
singular,
opinion.
man. It
My
is
opinion.
singular. Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm just trying to catch up on the chat. I apologize, John, and I apologize to the chat.
This
I
is making my night, dude. This is what I'm here for.
Okay, good. Dark Tower is good because the books are sequential, but almost all of them feel different from each other. Exactly. Currently reading The Drawing of Three, and it's definitely interesting thus far.
Yeah.
Dark Tower's Utter Amazeballs, Drawing of Three, Wizards of Glass were my favorites. Oh,
Yeah.
can't wait.
Drawing of the Three is great. It really
I
is.
can't wait. Cormac McCarthy, that's all you need to say. I mean, I was going to read Dark Tower regardless, but that's such a motivating sentence. Yeah, at least this one feels like Cormac McCarthy and its ambiguity. Uh, King is
He
much
does
more
not
than a
spell
horror.
things out. He does not
Exactly,
spell things out. Yeah.
exactly.
In that one.
Uh, Much more than a horror writer. I agree.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Green Mile revival, Needful Things. Yeah, Needful Things is something I really want to read.
Needful Things is amazing. Green Mile is amazing. That's another one that I'd
Yeah,
put up there with the different season stuff. That
yeah.
it's more just straightforward character work. But Revival, I never see anyone talk about Revival. It's one of
Mr.
my
Whale. I'm reading Duma Key. You
it's
can
one of
tell
my
how
all-time favorites. Love Revival.
revival. Really? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm a cosmic horror geek, and this is his kind of love letter to that. And
Really? Okay.
he did such an amazing job.
Oh, well, shoot. That wasn't on my radar at all on a King, you know, library that
No,
I'm building.
it doesn't tie in. So
I know, but
if you're on your list, just let it lie. Let it lie. It'll
I'm
be
going to
there
be
for
able
you
to
down
take
the road.
breaks in the middle of the Dark Tower. So I'm excited about that. But I'm reading Duma Key. You can tell Stephen King draws on his experiences.
Oh yeah.
So far, I read All the Pretty Horses, Suttree, Blood Meridian, and The Road. Love them all. Yeah.
Yes.
Skip Insomnia. The thing is, I'm not going to skip Insomnia
I liked Insomnia.
because I
I
actually want to
liked
read
it.
the book.
Yeah.
Like I got it as a birthday gift specifically just to read it, but not knowing it was attached. So I want to read it now.
It's very much attached. Very much attached.
Stand as a masterpiece. Nick
You will
Andros,
find out all
no.
about Nick Andros. Yes.
Okay, I don't want to know. I don't even want to know character names yet. No.
Let that go. Let that go.
Okay, favorite. Okay, we've already talked about that. Moon. That spells The Stand.
You'll learn all about that too.
Lord Boy's Life had me tore up. Oh yeah.
Dude, I don't know if you checked it out, but me and Jacob do a father-son buddy read once a quarter.
Yeah.
And for quarter one, the first one was Boy's Life by Robert McCammon. And we did little vlogs as we moved through it, and then we got together, we watched each other's vlogs, we talked about it, and it's like that was so special for me to experience that with my son, and there were some happy tears, man. It was a really really cool experience.
And I'm sure it's a completely different experience as a father and also as a son who has a father,
I mean, reading that when I was his age and now reading it now with him, like it's
completely different.
crazy. Yeah.
I love it. I'm glad I watched Star Trek and other sci-fi stories with my dad before he passed. I only wish I had started reading Asimov before he passed so we could have discussed it. I know. I think of my mom. We got to watch The Office together, and she watched it all the way through, and she loved it.
Yeah.
She was a big fan of the, Friends and Seinfeld. And I'm thinking with how much I'm reading books, and she was an English teacher. It just would have been so cool.
Yeah.
To read books to her because she was blind, and it'd be cool to like read books to her and like have those conversations because she was my best friend. and
Oh,
we would
yeah.
just. And her birthday was April 7th, so I was thinking about her then, and it would have been fun, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I know she'd be proud reading, and it'd be cool to get her on the Booktube channel, and just
Oh man, that'd be
review books.
awesome.
It'd just be fun.
My dad and I had moments. We were both kind of Shakespeare fans, so we had that we could talk about and connect there. But he was never a sci-fi he was never a speculative guy, speculative fiction guy. He was
Yeah.
always Western. That was his big thing.
The Last Picture Show by McMurtry captures hopelessness beautifully. Just finished that. Amazing. I think the Border Trilogy is a good series to read alongside Lonesome Dove. Wow, that's a lot of Western.
Yeah.
That's a lot of Western, but hey, more power to you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm currently reading 4 books. Wow. Project Hail Mary, hilarious. Sundown Comes Twice, Western. Mysterious Affairs at Styles, and Some of Our Dreams. Wow. Okay.
I
My
read
sister
Project.
who finished Lonesome Dove is reading Project Hail Mary.
Loved it. I finished that not long ago, and
And you watched the film?
I did.
What'd you
Love
think?
that too. I
Okay.
love that too. I mean, it's very different. I think they do a great job of capturing a lot of the spirit. Obviously, the filmmakers were fans of the source
Yeah.
material, and it shows. And I think Ryan Gosling is amazing.
Oh yeah.
I think his affability and his ability to be an everyman and to pull you along through this story. And I just also think I love that it doesn't have a number attached to it. I love a movie is doing so well that
Yeah.
it's not a big IP that everyone is just going to see the latest. I love that it's
Yep.
something a little bit
Love
fresher, a
that.
little bit newer.
Yep.
I love the themes of it that looking at an existential threat or problems, if we have the right intellectual curiosity and we combine that with cooperative spirit, there's nothing that we can't overcome possibly.
Yeah.
And to live with that kind of light and thoughtfulness, I think it's the kind of story that we all are hungry for. We want to see, we want to hear right now.
It's a good feel fun movie, which we're
Yeah.
not getting a lot of.
Yeah.
I feel like the fun movies are just not fun, and like they're I don't know. There's a lot of I'm a big critic of modern Hollywood and the lack of creativity and the lack of risk taking. But I do think Hail Mary was a safe film. Granted, it is a book adaptation, which I have
Right.
yet to read. I enjoyed it.
Very popular book adaptation,
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Which is nice. It
yeah,
gets people to read.
I hope so. I hope so.
Speaking of Ryan Gosling, again, folks on my channel might have heard this story, but I saw Ryan Gosling,
Really?
which is something I don't care to. It's like, oh yeah, you see a celebrity, whatever. Yeah, if I saw him at whatever here, cool. Yeah, that we live. I'm not gonna say where I live exactly, but we live in a tiny little coastal community. We're not in LA. We're not in the Bay, but whatever. And we weren't in LA. If I saw him in LA, I'd be like, oh, cool. Yeah, that's Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
But here, we weren't in a Starbucks. No, we were in a local coffee shop.
Nice.
Local family-owned coffee shop. Great cup of joe. Great pour-overs, great cappuccinos. And yeah, I'm reading Lonesome Dove. Across the table, my wife is reading Dungeon Crawler Carl, and I drop my book down and I just kind of look over and I see that guy. I think I saw him walk in and I just like, oh, cool. Never seen him before. I see him sitting in there in the corner with his friend and they're just chatting. He's wearing a hat and his sunglasses, so you can't really tell. And I'm looking at him and I'm pretty sure he's looking at me, but I don't know who it is. Okay, whatever. So I go back to my book. I don't know how long I get locked in. My wife is like, oh my gosh, hun. And I'm like, okay, and my back is to the door. Normally, I don't like to do that. I like to be able to look because, I'm like, okay, is there a robber? No. And my wife's like, hun, that's Ryan Gosling. And I'm like, what? And then you just go numb and you're like, why is he, of all places, here?
That's so cool, though.
Yeah.
I love that story because it's like you want people just be able to go out and have a great cup of coffee with a friend, right? Like
Yeah,
that
I
makes
love
my
that.
heart warm.
You two reading wildly different books together is hilarious. Yeah, she's been reading Dungeon Crawler Carl for a while. It's from the town all my family's from. Oh, I love that.
That's cool.
Oh yeah, I share criticisms of Hollywood. Also, the pacing in films is horrendous. Yeah, I oof. I'm a big critic of pace because I
I
notice it
know.
a lot.
I know
And
pace is your thing, man.
is if you see you don't notice good editing, you notice bad editing. And if I notice these cuts are too quick or something is dragging on a little too long, I'm going to notice that. Uh,
It's
the
such a
Batman,
tightrope. Yeah.
the Batman felt so long because things dragged just a hint too long.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, in my opinion, my humble opinion, Hail Mary was cut way too fast. That was my biggest
Really?
issue.
I
I felt,
there's moments, there's scenes of it that when they go handheld for the shake and they do the quick cutting for a frenetic pace and the lights are strobing and it's like, you know what, back off and just let me see. I just want to see the film. Like just slow down, steady your camera, light the actors and let them work.
yeah.
And and it's like, yeah, I kind of felt the same way. And
I think
Jacob wasn't happy with me.
for 2.5 hours, if that's constant, that
Yeah.
that wore me down. Uh, Whereas if it was doing that every now and then to help progress the passage of time, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole movie felt like a montage to me, and that it was a lot, and that's my issue.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
Ryan was great.
He was, but it's such a tightrope to walk to give the actors that space and time to live in and then know when to cut away, know when to stop. So it doesn't, like you were saying, get a little bit too
Yeah.
precious,
I think, Greg Fraser is one of my favorite director of photographers. He did Lion, he did The Batman, he did Dune Part 1 and Part 2. Uh, I felt, and all those films have different editors, and he did Project Hail Mary, and his work was great in this, but it didn't shine to me because it just wasn't held. I wanted shots held a little longer, like these expansive shots.
Mm-hmm.
Just hold it for 2 more seconds. In
Yeah.
my opinion, it just I wanna savor it, and
Yeah.
it. Uh,
I wonder if they got, because of time, like it was a 2.5 hour flick. Like I wonder if they go back through, after they cut it and it's like, take a
yeah,
couple seconds here, take a couple seconds here. It's like they're doing everything to compress, to get it to that magic number of as close to 2 hours as they can.
another question: what is a slow film that you think deserves every frame it got? Well, I was going to say The Godfather. I think I was going to say, well, No Country for Old Men,
That's a great one.
because it was perfect. We
But I
did
mean,
just watch.
you can't find a Coen Brothers movie that doesn't have that because they know exactly how long to stay on those actors. Like that, film after film. If you go all the way back to Raising Arizona, all the way through their catalog, those guys are they know they've got the Coens have that.
Yeah. I think, yeah, what was the last film they've done? I don't know, but we did watch last night There Will Be Blood.
So good.
That was
Paul Thomas Anderson.
yeah, that was a great film. I do think but see, the thing is, what's a slow film? I think Phantom Thread's my favorite Paul Thomas Anderson film. It's one of my favorite
I
films of
haven't
all
seen
time.
that one.
Yeah,
Haven't
it's
seen
incredible. Uh that's tough. I think of
I would
slow
say
film.
Godfathers is a really good one.
Yeah.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, I would say, is a really good one because in that, Milos Forman will leave that camera on those actors because there's so much, even just the periphery performers around Nicholson and the main performers, Louise Fletcher and others, there's so much going on behind their eyes. He can let that camera linger because they're going to fill it with life and thought. It's phenomenal. Like the people just around are unknown performers that just happened to be Danny DeVito when they were younger, and people of that of that kind of caliber. And it's so good, so good.
I would say maybe, what is it? Apocalypse Now?
Oh,
that's another one.
Great one.
I'm trying to catch up to see
The Deer Hunter.
Oh, I need to watch that. Have you seen The Hunt?
Yes, I think
it's a Thomas Vinterberg film. It's a Danish film.
I was thinking of something else.
Okay. He also made Another Round. Both films are incredible. Unbelievably human.
Yeah.
They'll definitely hit you. I just started Lord of Chaos. What were your thoughts on the books when you read it? Did you read Wheel of Time?
I'm up to book 7.
Okay, well, this is book 6.
Yeah, I've read Lord of Chaos.
Yeah, I loved them. I mean, I'll always cherish the Wheel of Time books. I felt it was exhausting with a lot of the names. That was the biggest issue.
So many people. There's some the storytelling can meander here for me. Like it can get stuck on that tapestry or that rug or something for a little bit too long. It can get a bit repetitive. In my humble opinion, like you say, and I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to go back or not. In a way, I really want to go back and finish, but I just get stuck on wanting to try so many other things. It's hard for me to say if I'll go back or not.
Hey ho, Thomas, John, the collabs keep coming. I'm so happy to keep doing collabs.
Yes, they're the
best. Even smokes the grapes of wrath. Okay.
Really? Wow.
I loved The Mice of Men, but hated Grapes of Wrath. I want to try East of Eden.
I lied. I've read Of Mice and Men, so I've done 2 Steinbecks.
I've read the first 3 books in Dark Tower, but I personally enjoyed The Gunslinger more than Drawing of 3 and The Wastelands. Okay, very cool.
All right.
Thanks for the answer. Lonesome Dove it is. Good. No coffee, Thomas? Not yet. I'm going to have my wife make an Americano for me just because she knows how to work the espresso machine. We got the in-laws, we got our parents all up in this coffee thing. They used to do the little K-cups.
Oh,
that's not coffee.
You broke them of that? You broke them of that?
We finally did, and now they got all the little doodads, and they're making, Americanos and espresso, and it's a good time here. So I'm happy I'm getting good coffee here. I know that sounds snobby, but I just want some semblance of coffee, not the plastic K-cups.
You got to love what you love, man.
And you're not a coffee guy.
I can't drink coffee. Love the smell of it.
Yeah.
Like that smell, I love it. But it's like as soon as, I don't know what it is, the way my taste buds are, it's so bitter to me. There's no way I can curb that bitterness when it hits my tongue.
You're a sweet guy.
I have a horrible sweet tooth, yeah.
Okay. I finished Count of Monte Cristo last week. Was not prepared for the tone it took towards the end. Let's say it's not just a thrilling revenge tale. I haven't read the book. We watched the movie last week, and this is the movie, Guy Pearce.
Mm-hmm.
Phenomenal movie. It was my first time watching it. Have you read Count?
I haven't seen it, haven't read it. Amy just read that this year. Loved it. Loved it.
Well, I think my friend and I might dive into a buddy read of it. And he's a very methodical reader, and
that's a biggie. That's a big one.
Right now he's reading classics for the sake of studying, what the beauty of the classics, but also what we've lost in modern writing. And when I say classics, I'm talking like Charles Dickens, J.R.R. Tolkien, essays of C.S. Lewis. So it'll be fun to read that classic with him. I'm
Yeah.
trying to have him read Lonesome Dove. I'm trying, but
That's worthy for a modern classic. That's absolutely worthy. Like Amy is doing the same thing, and it's impacting her work, her writing, because she's looking at uh, Count of Monte Cristo and Don Quixote and War and Peace and these things that they do with structure or uh, building a character or different things like that. She's starting to realize, oh, what if we took the time and worked on some, what if we tried to be inspired by this and bring a little bit over to what we're doing and what we're trying to build
I think
and
things aren't
it's
earned in
yeah.
modern books, and I mean like modern, like,
Mm-hmm.
or I guess what postmodern or whatever's coming out today. I feel character work is not what it used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but also, I haven't read a whole lot of new stuff. I've been reading a lot of the, Robin Hobb and I mean, Stephen King is great with characters, but
Yeah.
Larry McMurtry, how he takes his time. We talk about all the names in Wheel of Time, but all the characters in Lonesome Dove in an 850-page single novel, how he's able to jump back and forth
Mm-hmm.
seamlessly.
Mm-hmm. And how each character has weight. Each character has weight. The guy that owns the bar in Lonesome Dove, the
Yep.
second cook that comes on with them on the cattle drive, they all are realized. They all have a background based in their own personal history and the own culture they came from that attaches to them
And
and moves them forward.
the circumstances that led them to where they are
Yes.
now. And he gives you
Yes.
that space and time with those characters with their backstory. And I was telling Richard and Austin this, and even in my review, just how a lot of fantasy books just do lore dumps.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, let's just tell you all about this kingdom, and it doesn't matter. But he'll throw a whole chapter on a sign
A
or
sign. Yeah.
on a house, and a
Mm-hmm.
piano, and that has meaning.
Mm-hmm.
And that
Absolutely. Think about the bar they go into when they're in San Antonio.
exactly.
And I'm from San Antonio. That's a real
Yeah,
bar. And that real bar has stood there for a long ass
God,
time.
that is so cool.
But he takes the time of them finding their own picture behind the bar when they were Texas Rangers. And they brought civilization. They tamed this land. And now they're forgotten. They're a fading picture behind that bar. So you tie the characters to that sense of place. And it all works together. It's like I couldn't find a most important part, whether it be pace or character or atmosphere or place or plot, because they're all so intertwined. Everything pulls a strength off of the other parts.
And how that spotlight was shared, not equally, but realistically, just like life.
Yeah.
And it's just like my sister said, it's the most incredible piece of literature I've ever read. And
Yeah.
I know it was made in the 80s. Oh, you haven't read the true classics yet, but I've read one of the greatest books ever written, and
Hey,
I'm
the
happy about
80s,
that.
80s were a long time ago.
Yeah, I know. But, I think classics now are, uh, at least with, my friend Ben, he's reading like 1800s.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
old.
Yeah. Melville and like Amy
Yeah.
just wrapped up Moby Dick, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Hey, joining in late, but happy you guys are on.
Welcome.
Welcome, welcome. Uh let's see here. I'm all over the place here. Let's see. I have read Ulysses, probably one of the lowest ranked books ever. I couldn't even probably or properly appreciate everything he's doing, even though I read it with a companion guide because of the characters
Yeah.
in stream of consciousness.
Of it all. Yeah.
Of
Amy
it all.
actually did just read Ulysses as well. And
Read more comics.
she had to, oh, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Dark Knight Returns. I think
Great one.
my favorite graphic novels are The Long Halloween, Dark Victory, the origin story of Batman. I think it's year one.
Mm-hmm.
Those are just, they're so grounded.
Yeah. Have you
even though
read
they're comics.
Watchmen?
No, I haven't read that. Is that like pretty good?
You need to do that.
Is it a series or is it like a just a single graphic novel? Because I don't want to have to break
It's
out.
it's like a maxi. It's like 12 issues. Tells the whole story's in 12 issues.
But oh, that's it?
This is the whole thing.
Oh, nice. I love it. Okay. Thomas, would you ever consider reading multiple books even as an experiment? Probably not. Habitually, I've just been reading like that. I've just only been reading one book at a time. I think what I do is right now I'm reading a book for work, but it's so different, and I'm okay with reading that separately from fiction.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only thing I can do. And I'm just, yeah.
I've had that same rule for so long. And then I did this little experiment last month. We were reading we were reading Grand Conspiracy, whatever book we were at, our big reading group going through Wars of Light and Shadow. And that prose is so beautiful and purposeful. And I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to read a section of this every day for like this amount of weeks. And if I get to the end of that section, I still want to read, I'm going to have another book to pick up that I can just have fun and blaze through. Like you're talking about Gunslinger or Stephen King, that kind of feel. And that experiment really worked for me because I really like taking the time with this one and then just having some kind of, fun candy bar read that I can just gobble up.
Candy bar is such a good term. I keep saying popcorn and chips.
I like to say Snicker bar read. Yeah.
Oh, that's really nice. I think I'm gonna steal that.
Steal it. I always say, look, I've stopped on a million road trips at a million gas stations, and I've always gone inside, and that Snicker bar always tastes the same, but I'm still getting one.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna pick one up, because it's just fun. There's nothing wrong with adventure
That's
and fun.
King for me.
Yeah, love it. I love that. That has a place in our hearts, and we should celebrate it.
What are you planning on reading? I haven't watched your recent videos, but what are you currently reading now? What are you excited to read? What's in the distant future that you're just kind of reaching out? I want it. It keeps getting away from me.
I am currently reading Jade Legacy, the last book of the Greenbone Saga, book 3.
Okay.
I should finish it tomorrow. I'm towards the very end.
Oh, that's good.
Love
King
it.
describes his writing as fast food.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Love. I've had such a great time with the Greenbone Saga. I was at a convention that Fonda Lee was at, and I hadn't read anything of hers, so I didn't get in line to get anything signed or meet her or anything. And it's like, if I could go back in time, I would have so much to say to her now. I'm just knocked out by her. But like coming up, I really look forward to finishing Wars of Light and Shadow by Janie Wirtz.
Mm-hmm.
We'll finish it this year.
Have you yet to read any of her work?
I think the way you like to take your time and look at how this is put together and how the story's architecture pulls these threads together and makes them come, I didn't even see that being important. And now here, look where we are. That kind of thing in her prose is just so methodically beautiful. Like she just takes the time to craft each and every word. I think it's going to be a Thomas Reed. I really do.
Because of you, she sent me a book of hers. So sweet, and I have yet to even acknowledge it online or anything. I feel horrible, but if I ever were to dive fully back into actual fantasy, it might be that book because I think it is a standalone, and then if I were to ever really get back into a series, it would be debating on either finishing Farseer. Or because I'm only on book 2 and I haven't even started it. It's been a year since I've read the first one. Or I don't know. We'll see. But really, it's the trilogy of The Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn.
I would love to do that one. I have that one on the shelf. I would love
I
to do
wanted-
Live Ship because I loved Farseer so much. I'd love to go forward. I'd love to get back to Malazan, but like kind of doing Wars of Light and Shadow, like it's hard to do that one too, you know? Like it's but I'm up to book 3. I would love to get back and pick up Memories of Ice. God, what so many others like
Yeah.
Oh, Joe, I'd like to do Joe. I have the last of the standalones in the First Law World by Joe Abercrombie. I'd love to pick that up. So it's crazy. It's like I have stacks upon stacks upon stacks, you know? And then there's so many things I want to start that I haven't even started yet.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, we fight every day, but we can only read one book at a time in a way, whatever. Like you can't be reading 2 books at the same time, literally.
Yeah.
You can put this book down and then pick up another book, you know, within an hour, but you can only have that one book in your hand at a time.
Exactly.
Unless you found another way to go right ahead. But that's all you can do. All the books on our shelves.
Yeah.
They're waiting for us when the time's right. And
I know.
If we're always thinking about the next book or the books that we're not reading, we're not enjoying the book.
We're not loving what we're in, right?
Yeah.
Like I gotta stay somewhat zen and just live where I'm at.
It's too easy to get excited. And I think the only times I'll ever get off the page and onto another book, or kind of like my eyes on something before I finish something, is with Stephen King. Like, okay, what am I going to read next after this? Typically because a lot of his books kind of just, all right, they come full circle. Yeah. Whereas something like Lonesome Dove, I'm not thinking of anything else.
Yeah. God, who said it so best that when we did it as our book club reading, we were talking about it, and someone said, it teaches you about every stage of life, even the end, the final stage, you know, like it's all that and a bag of chips
and a candy bar
and a Snicker bar
and yeah. Well, I guess any other questions in the chat? Do you have anything that you've been wanting to share, or I don't know, ideas, or just any questions? I don't know.
I mean, I love your channel because I feel like you help center me and you help me get to that zen place where I can
happy about
just enjoy where you're at right now, because I'm that kid in a candy store that wants to go everywhere. So, dude, I got no questions for you. You keep doing what you're doing, man. You've got it wired. It's amazing to me that you've got so much of it figured out. It seems like it at your young, impressionable age. Like I'm really impressed by a lot of the folks I've met here on Booktube, and you're one of them at the top of the list for me.
Oh, I appreciate you, and I appreciate this community that we all have. It's incredible. The conversations we get to have, the live streams, the lovely folks who tune in.
Oh,
Coffee Fund. Oh my gosh. Thank you.
There you go. So if I was to try coffee with a sweet tooth, what would you recommend?
Oh, I used to be a vanilla latte kind of guy. I do vanilla latte with oat milk, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Thank you, Every Man Reads. I appreciate that. I'm definitely putting that into the coffee fund. We'll see. I want to get sponsored by a coffee place.
Would that be awesome? Wouldn't that be cool?
I just want to share coffee with everyone, like a discount code or something. It'd be cool to be gifted coffee.
Yeah.
It'd be so cool. So we'll see. I have reached out to a couple places. But yeah. Appreciate you both.
You are not a bad fan.
And I still need to read Discovery. I'm a bad fan. Oh
no, absolutely not.
Appreciate you both, guys.
Thanks so much. Okay, so here's a great one. Thomas, what's your philosophy on book collecting? You have a relatively small bookshelf, but I would imagine as a book tuner, you have to restrain yourself from owning every book.
Yeah, it's It's bad. I think the only reason for me, so I do have a secondary bookshelf. It's not, I'm not trying to throw shade, but it's not nearly as big as what's behind you. If I had a bookshelf that's that tall, I
Yeah.
I would be overwhelmed. But I would want that in a separate room.
Yeah.
That would be so cool to have a reading room and have what I imagine is like a little. Okay, so hear me out. You
Yeah.
got the
Yeah.
front door.
I love
You got
this.
the front door. I know we'll get
Yeah.
to this. This is we're talking about shelves here. We got the front door.
Uh-huh.
Maybe it's a French door, double
Yeah.
door. My mom always wanted one of those. And then you come in, and like there's archways that lead into two separate rooms. But these separate rooms have a lot of sun because they have those
Yeah.
like whatever it's called, those little nooks. I don't know how to.
Like the alcove windows, like
Yes, an alcove
yeah.
window.
Yeah.
But so like from the front yard, you see two alcove windows. Okay. But around those alcove windows are shelves built into the walls. Arch. Oh, like that.
Nice.
That would be nice.
With like the deep cherry or the deep mahogany, like that
I'm thinking
classic.
white
Oh, white.
or
Okay.
like
All right.
off eggshell. That just because it'd be cool to allow the books to have that color, to bring that contrast.
Okay.
But anyways, I'm thankful right now that I have the shelf that I have because
Absolutely.
it adds so much to our little living room.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if I had a big, it just wouldn't fit the shape of the room. So, but yeah, I know we got off track there. But anyways,
So your philosophy?
on book collecting is definitely, I want to read the books I own first.
Okay.
But right now, my philosophy is social media is vitally important. I think it's more important than ever. And I'm willing to spend my money on books, Blu-rays, a Blu-ray player, now than ever. I think it is horrifying to see movies on streaming and I can't keep track of what platform it's on.
Yeah.
And I love to be able to own that disc or own that book because it's important to own. So my philosophy last year was read what you own, and it still is that. But book collecting, you just need to know your motivation. If you're just trying to collect and make it, make that your hobby, great. But if that's getting in the way of you reading books, maybe tone down the collecting.
And there's definitely worse things to spend your money on.
Exactly.
Right? Like, if you're going to support some writers and artists by getting some books. But let me ask you, like, if you could find, I read it long ago.
Neuromancer. I have not read that yet. I appreciate the coffee money, and don't apologize for asking again if I've neglected your question. That's on me.
I read it so long ago, I probably didn't understand it. But I think if you if you went into some store somewhere and they had a first printing, first edition, true first of Lonesome Dove signed by Larry McMurtry. Like something like that. If you had the extra cash or something like that for your favorite of all time to be on your shelf, like I think that's awesome.
That's awesome. But if you're getting hardcover limited editions of every book, that for me is going to get in the way of my reading because I'm not going to want to touch those books. They're too beautiful. I want this. I want to be able to throw this in my backpack. I don't care if coffee gets on it anymore.
Yeah.
I used to be kind of like I need to protect my books, especially my Dungeons and Dragons books, my hardcover.
I've never been like that. Like
But here's the thing. Now I'm not.
Yeah.
Because imagine if I were to hand my kid my Dungeon Master guide. I want it to be aged. I want it to feel like it's gone through
Loved.
campaigns and loved.
Yes.
And then I get to hand it down. Because if I hand my son or daughter a copy of a beautiful book, well, I mean, are they gonna look at it like, I don't want to touch it, it's too beautiful?
Yeah.
Or if they see a hole in it, then they'll be fine. I don't know.
I don't know. I think when I was young and I was living in LA and I found these bookstores, they had these beautiful signed editions.
Point right here.
Yeah.
I had to move 3 times in 2 years. This cured me of.
I wish I had so many books and comics that I've lost in moves. That's so true. But I just look, books are to be read and lived and loved. And it's like, if I buy a signed copy or something, I'm reading it. I'm going to read that copy. So I've just always kind of been that way.
I love reading my special editions because they're crafted to be read. The experience on them is amazing usually. Yeah, I have a 10th anniversary edition of Name of the Wind because it's my favorite book of all time. I'd love a nice, beautiful hardcover of The Last Unicorn because that's one of my favorite books of all time. Lonesome Dove, yeah, that'd be nice to get something.
Yeah,
of that.
Name of the Wind. I've got this one right here.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah, isn't it pretty? I love this edition.
I love when editions take their time, or I'm sorry, when authors put in thought to the edition. I want a special edition of Eye of the World, but what they did was so just kind of, what? This is not anything special. Hey, thank you. What's a super sticker?
You got $2 for it.
I appreciate that. I don't know what a super sticker is.
More coffee money. I'm with you, man. I love this. This is one of my favorite fantasy books right here. I think what he does, just wordsmithing alone, is phenomenal. Beautiful.
Yeah. It's amazing. Hey, right here, I gotta go now. Time to sleep. I know mom out here is making chili. So Amanda's mom's making chili. So I think I'm gonna go join them for that. But
you do it, man. You do it. I could talk. Don't let me keep you. I could talk all night.
You're not keeping me.
You go have some chili.
I could talk all night. I really appreciate it. We got to do this again.
Oh, man, over and over again. This is the funnest part.
Yep. Get something in the books, and we'll just, we'll hang out. Did you have a live stream with Tudor Ramble?
No, we recorded it. That came out today. We pre-recorded it. We got a bunch of hot takes, and we had them have their takes on the hot takes we got in.
I love that. By the way, my wife and I finished Lonesome Dove to discuss at her book club in May. Oh, I want my wife to read Lonesome Dove so bad.
She's busy with Dungeon Crawler Carl. What book is she on DCC?
She's been on 6 for like 9 months. And I know we talk about reading journeys, but I'm like, honey, just read it.
I mean, I love me some Dungeon Crawler Carl too, but it's no Lonesome Dove. I'm just going to say.
Folio Society has a nice cover edition of Last Unicorn. I need to look that up. Guys, thank you so much for Roach. We got to hop on for it. They got the new OG season. We got to get Scooby and Shaggy together. We dress up in the game. It's great.
Nice.
Thank you for the lovely donations. It means a lot. My wife and I love coffee. We love going to our local shop and buying coffee and just.
You should ask your local shop to sponsor you and do like a live stream from the shop drinking coffee.
That'd be wild.
You should totally make that happen, dude.
Oh my gosh, that'd be neat. I didn't even think of that. I might write that down. That's a nice idea.
There you go. I have one good idea a week. I gave you that one, Thomas.
No, you talked about Watchmen. That's huge.
Oh, you got to read this. You have to. If you thought like those books took it to a realistic level and stuff, this is gonna blow your hair back. You can get a paperback edition for like $19.99 or something.
Graphic novel
of The Watchmen. I bet $19.99.
Compact
24.
edition?
Yeah, it'll be a smaller edition.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. All right. Well, that's good. Because if it was like $800, I'd be like, all right, sorry, but
No.
look,
Definitely affordable.
we're doing a Midwestern goodbye. But I love it.
Is that when you go out, you walk out on the front porch, say I love you, and then say look out for deer
No,
on the way home?
You walk to the coat rack before you get your coat, say goodbye, open the door before the screen doors open, say goodbye. Oh wait! Oh my gosh, that movie that we just watched was so beautiful. And then
you know what? That's better than the Irish goodbye, where you just look up and people are gone.
Yeah.
All right, I'm shutting my mouth. Thomas, you're the best. Thanks for inviting me.
Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. Everyone, y'all are the best.
Yes.
And as always, until next time.